Students, in this lecture we'll see the problem. The problem is obtain the state model of the given electrical system. So this is a system which has been given and input is shown Vi of t, output is V naught of t, elements are RL and C and the current is I of t. So we'll go for the solution. We have to find the state model. Okay, there are two energy storing elements which you can see L and C. So the two state variables are current through inductor IT and voltage across capacitor, that is V naught of t. So we know that inductor and capacitor are energy storing elements. So the two state variables are current through inductor I of t and voltage across capacitor, that is V naught of t. X1 of t is equal to I of t and x2 of t is equal to V naught of t, and u of t is equal to Vi of t, which is input variable. So now we will apply KVL to the loop. So applying KVL to the loop, which loop we have to take? To the input side. So Vi of t we can write as Vi of t is equal to I of t into R plus L di by dt plus V naught of t. V naught of t is nothing but voltage across capacitor. So voltage across capacitor is nothing but V naught of t. That is why it is written as V naught of t. Arrange it for di of t by dt. So we'll arrange it for di of t by dt. So di of t by dt is equal to 1 by L Vi of t minus R by L I of t minus 1 by L V naught of t. So di by dt is equal to, you keep this, so it will be Vi of t divided by L minus R by L I of t minus 1 by L V naught of t. But di of dt by dt is nothing but x1 dot t. We have taken I of t as x1 t. So x1 dot t is di of t by dt. So that is x1 dot t is equal to minus R by L x1 t. So x1 dot t is nothing but di of dt is minus R by L I of t. What is I of t? X1 of t. So this has been written here first, minus R by L x1 t. Then this has been written here 1 by L v1 t. v1 t is what? v1 t is x2 t. x2 t is, so what is that? 1 by L v1 Vi of t. So it is written as x2 t plus 1 by L u of t. So take this equation, it is raised minus R by L I of t. What is I of t? x1 t. Then minus 1 by L V naught t. Minus 1 by L, what is V naught t? V naught is V naught of t is x2 t. So it is taken as 1 by L. This has been taken here, minus 1 by L x2 t plus 1 by L I of t. I of t is what? Sorry, 1 by L V I of t. What is V of t? U of t. So this 1 by L V I of t is written here, 1 by L U of t. So U of t is V of t. V naught of t is equal to voltage across capacitor. V naught of t is equal to voltage across capacitor, which is equal to 1 by C integration I of t dt. So voltage across capacitor is I of t, integration I of t dt into 1 by C. Now, so d V naught of t by dt will be equal to 1 by C I of t, but d V naught of t by dt is equal to x2 dot t. So what is V naught of t taken? x2 t. V naught of t is taken to be x2 t. So d V naught of t by dt is equal to x2 dot t. Similarly x2 dot t is equal to 1 by C x1 t. Okay, is it clear? 1 by x1 t. The equations 1 and 2. So this is taken as equation 1 x1 dot t, x2 dot t is taken as equation 2. So the equations 1 and 2 give required state equation. So x1 dot t, x2 dot t is equal to minus r by L minus 1 by L. So here you have tried first element x1t, this element is due to x2. So when you see in equation 1 it is minus r by L and x2 is minus 1 by L associated. In second equation it is just x1, so which is 1 by c. x2 is not present in this equation 2. In equation 2 x2 is not present, due to that it is written as 0 here. It is written as it is written here as 0 as x2t term is not present in second equation. x1t, x2t plus 1 by L. 1 by L 0 u of t. In first equation it is 1 by L u of t. In second equation u of t is not there. So plus 1 by L 0 u of t. Now, so x dot t is equal to, so x dot t is equal to a x of t plus b u of t, while the output variable y of t is equal to v naught of t minus x2 t. Y of t is equal to 0, 1, x1, x2 plus 0 u of t. So y of t is c of x of t and d is 0. So you got it? Y of t is equal to, what is y of t? V naught of t minus x2 t. Okay, v naught of t. So what is y of t here? V naught of t is equal to x2 of t. So y of t is equal to v naught of t. V naught of t is, so you see the equation v naught of t. V naught of t is only in x1. In x1. Okay. So while the output variable y of t is equal to v naught of t is equal to x2 of t. So y of t is equal to 0, 1, x1, x2. So what is v naught of t? x2 of t. Okay. So it is written 0, 1, x1, x2 plus 0 u of t. Okay. Plus b u of t is 0 u of t. So y of t is equal to c x of t and d is 0. So this is required state model as n is 2. So it is second order system. As n is 2, it is second order system. There is one important point to note. The order of the state variable is not important. Hence, x1t can be v naught t and x2t can be I of t, due to which state model matrices get changed. Hence, state model is not the unique property of the system. So we'll see the next problem. Obtain the state model of the given electrical network in the standard form. L1, L2, Vc of t, R2, E0 of t, I2 of t, I1 t, E1 of t. Solution. U of t is input, which is E1 t. Y of t is output, which is E0 t. So state variables are x1 t, I1 t. So we'll take one more state variable x2t, which is I2t, and x3t is voltage across capacitor. E1t is taken as U of t, Y of t is output. So there is voltage across capacitor. Writing the equations. So first we will write for first loop. This loop we will write. Okay. E1 of t or Ei of t is equal to L1 di1 of t by dt plus Vc of t. So Ei of t is L1 di1 of by dt plus Vc of t. Okay. Similarly, di1 of t by dt is equal to 1 by L1 Ei of t minus 1 by L1 Vc of t. So di1 of t by dt is nothing but x1 dot t. x1 dot t is equal to 1 by L1 u of t minus 1 by L1 x3 of t. Then Vc of t is equal to L2 di2 of t by dt plus I2 of t into R2. di2 of t by dt is equal to 1 by L2 Vc of t minus R2 by L2 I2 of t. x2 dot t is 1 by L2 x3 of t minus R2 by L2 x2 of So Vc of t is voltage across capacitor, that we can write it as, seeing the loop you have to write. Okay, this is that. Next, what is the current through the capacitor? It is I1 of t minus I2 of t. So C dVc t by dt is current through the capacitor, which is I1 of t minus I2 of t. So dVc of t by dt is 1 by C I1 of t minus 1 by C I2 of t. So this is taken as x3 dot t, dVc t by dt, which is 1 by C x1 t minus 1 by C x2 t. So we'll write all the three equations in vector form, matrix form, x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot. So x1 dot, we'll see the first equation. What is the first equation? X1 dot, there is only one term with x3, x1, x2 are absent and it is u of t. So here 0, 0 minus L, 1 by L1. See the second equation. Here x2t is present, x3t is present, but x1t is not present. Okay, x1t is not present in second equation. Okay, in second equation, x1 is not present. So due to that, x1 is 0 and x2 is minus R2 by L2. You can see x2 is minus R2 by L2. x3 is 1 by L2. Then third equation, x1 is present, x2 is present. So 1 by C minus 1 by x3 is not present in third equation. So 0, x1, x2, x3. In first equation, there is u of t. There is u of t in first equation. In second equation, u of t is not there. In third equation also u of t is not there. So 1 by L1, 0, 0 u of t. Okay, then so we'll see next. Then so x dot t is equal to a x of t plus b of t, and what is e naught of t? I2 of t into R2. We have to see the diagram and we have to write what is E naught of t. It is voltage across resistance. Voltage across resistance is R2 into I2 of t. So it is I2 of t into R2 of t. So y of t is equal to x2 t into R2. Y of t is x2 t into R2. Okay, because we have taken I2 of t as x2 of t. Okay, this I2 of t is taken as x2 of t. So y of t will become 0, R2, 0. Why it is 0, R2 is x1 is not present in this, x3 is not present, only x2 is present. So 0, R2, 0, x. Y of t is C x of t plus d u of t, where d is 0. This is the required state model. Next we will see the advantages. What are the advantages of using available physical variables as state variables? Are one, the physical variables which are selected as the state variables are the physical quantities that can be measured. The second advantage is, as state variables can be physically measured, so it's possible to measure state variables. The feedback may consist the information about state variables in addition to the output variables. Thus, design with state feedback is possible. Third, once the state equations are solved and solution is obtained, directly the behavior of various physical variables with time is available. There is one important limitation of this. What is that? Is obtaining solution of such state equation with state variables as physical variables is very difficult and time consuming. So Now we'll see about state diagram representation. What is that? It is a pictorial representation of the state model derived for the given system. It forms a close relationship amongst the state model, differential equations of the system and its solution. It is basically a block diagram type approach which is designed from the view of programming of a computer. The basic advantage of state diagram is when it is impossible to select the state variables as physical variables, when transfer function of system is given, then state diagram may be obtained first, and then by assigning mathematical state variables therein standard state model can be obtained. State diagram of a linear time invariant continuous system is discussed here for the sake of simplicity. So, what is this state diagram? It is a proper interconnection of three basic units: one scalars, two adders, three integrators. So, scalars are nothing but like amplifiers having required gain. So, you can see adders are nothing but summing points. Third, integrators are the elements which actually integrate the differentiation of state variable to obtain required state variable. So these are the scalars, adders and integrators. Scalars are nothing but like amplifiers having required gain. Adders are nothing but summing points. Integrators are the elements which actually integrate the differentiation of state variable to obtain required state variable. Then, so you can see first is scalar, second is adder, third one I'll show the integrator. Integrators are denoted as 1 by s in Laplace transform. Integrators are denoted as 1 by s in Laplace transform. So, transfer function of any integrator is always 1 by s. With these three basic units, we can draw the state diagrams of any order system. The output of each integrator is a state variable. Okay, state variable. Next, state diagram of standard state model. State diagram of standard state model. State diagram of standard state model. Okay, so we'll consider standard state model. X dot t is equal to ax of t plus b of t and y of t is cx of t plus du of t. So, its state diagram is as shown. You can see here. What is the equation? Ax of t plus b of t. So, A is here, b u of t. B u of t added with a x of t. This is x of t. X of t into a is ax of t. This is b into u of t, b of t. Add them. When you add, we'll get x dot t. So this x dot t is ax of t plus b of t. And y of t. What is this y of t? Cx of t plus Cx of t plus du of t. So this is Cx of t plus du of t. So you can see that this is y of t. This is the state diagram of standard state model. So whatever are thick arrows, they indicate that there are multiple number of input, output and state variables. There must be n parallel integrators for n state variables. The output of each integrator the output of each integrator is a separate state variable. If such a state diagram for the system is obtained, then the state model from the diagram can be easily obtained. Remarks. 1. To obtain the state model from state diagram, always choose output of each integrator as a state variable. Number of integrators always equals the order of the system, that is n. 2. Differentiators are not used in the state diagram as they amplify the inevitable noise. We'll take a problem. So the statement of problem is, obtain the state diagram of SISO system represented by equations. x1 dot t is equal to a1 x1 t plus b1 u of t, x2 dot t is equal to a2 x1 t plus a3 x2 t plus b2 u of t. Okay, so you can see as there are two state variables. What is the equation? x1 dot t, x2 dot t. So there are two state variables. One is x1 t, one is x2 t. The two integrators are required. Okay, so first we'll have u of t. U of t is with first equation b1 u of t. So b1 u of t plus a1 x1 t. Multiply both, you add a1 x1 t plus b1 u of t. Output of adder given to a integrator will get x1 dot t. Okay, this is x1 dot t when it is given integrator. Okay, similarly b2 u of t, b2 u of t plus a2 x1 t. This is a2 x1 t. Okay, a2 x1 t plus a3 x2 t. So x2 t, a3, all three are given to the x2 dot t we get. So x2 dot 3 is b2 u of t plus a3 x2 t plus a2 x1 t. Both when added, so we'll get here c1, c2, then give them to the adder, we'll get y of t. So what is y of t? It is the sum of both. Okay, this is how to obtain y of t. So here I'll stop. You see this, will continue in next lecture.